It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Just follow that gorgeous sound all the way to your TV. Welcome back. You're live with Expresso. Time for a little baby talk where we have a lot of fun delving into the joys of being a new parent, especially for expectant moms. You're about to enter into the best phase of life, but you don't want to let go of that bump just yet. To celebrate your baby bump, why not try to do a beautiful belly bowl that is not only a keepsake of this magical time in your life, but also a stunning functional work of art that will add to your home space. To show us how it's all done is founder and creator of ABelly Bowl, Emma Brokenshaw and Melody Claudia Deacon, an expectant mom. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. I know Lynn's my better half. She just loved having the bump. That's the first thing that she said to me after. She's like, I miss my belly, I miss it. I'm sure not all the time, especially at this phase of pregnancy. But this is a really cool idea and seems like something that someone should have thought of before. Emma, how did this come about? Where did it all begin?
Well, my mother's a potter and she used to make belly bowls for her friends. But her method involved basically taking a slab of clay and putting it onto the pregnant belly. And the mom-to-be would have to sit there for, quite a long time until the clay dried enough for her to take it off. And then it would warp, and it was always a nice thing, but it wasn't as sort of clean and neat as my ones. So what I do is I actually take I cast the initial mold with plaster of Paris. And that's a really quick process, takes about 15 minutes. And then I take that back to my studio and I then make the ceramic bowl at a pace more suited to the drying qualities of clay.
And it also lets the creativity come out as well, because you can start matching it to the mom, to the belly. Melody, how are you doing? How are you feeling in this incredible phase of life?
I feel great. I'm excited for the next step. Excited to be welcoming a new baby into this life.
Are you allowed to say boy, girl?
It is a girl, yes.
Oh. So a pink ball, please. We want a pink ball. No, I was stereotyping terribly there. And you're going to be kind of our, I don't want to say guinea pig for this process, but you're going to have the opportunity now to make your mark in the world through a piece of art. So creatively, what's the vibe here? How do you match the right kind of idea to Belly? Do you get to need to know, the person, or how does that part of the process work?
I've got a sort of a range of designs and finishes that the mom-to-be can choose from. So I kind of show her a selection, show her some of my photographs, and then she'll choose from there. Yeah.
Are you guys ready? Do you want to get going?
Yes. Sure.
Let's do this.
Okay.
I'm so excited to see how it all works.
All right. Do you want to stand here? Okay. Melody?
So just talk us through the process.
Sure. I'm just going to protect if you can just lift your top up. Yes. Not all the way. I'm just going to, you can put that to protect your pants. Sure. Let's put this paper down as well.
And you know there are women who have had at least one child looking at your belly going like, oh, I miss my belly. Are you going to miss the belly?
Yes, for sure.
What's that beautiful belly? Will you just rub a little bit of that on there?
I'll do that.
And I'll get started here. Okay.
All right, and this is where then the plaster of Paris comes into the process to make it
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
a lot more forgiving for moms.
All right, so...
Oh, this is really cool. Did you have to ask mates who are pregnant to practice on, or how did you?
I used to make these for my friends, and I made one for my sister-in-law, and I showed it to a friend of mine, Shannon. She actually owns Ubuntu Baba, and she saw a picture and she said, Em, come on, you need to make something of this. So I kind of started to perfect my process, and Belly Bowl was born.
Speaking of perfecting your process, so what are you actually doing now?
So I'm taking plaster of Paris bandages and I'm just laying it over Melody's belly and rubbing it in so that it becomes nice and smooth.
Yay, I hope little Bubba, and they're also getting a tactile experience. She's now, she's part of the process.
And then also the shape of your belly bowl can be, it changes depending on how the baby's sitting on that particular day.
Oh, wow. So make sure that you record the exact date, time. Try and time it with a sonogram as well. I would imagine safety is a massive thing here that you've considered.
Well, I mean, plaster of Paris is not harmful at all. So a baby is perfectly fine in here. When my mother used to do it with the clay, she used to actually take a blowtorch and blowtorch onto the belly. So this is much safer than her method.
The mom is rolling her eyes.
So now we just wait for this to dry, and then we can pull it off.
I love that. It's as simple as that. Have you had a chance to look at the designs and the vibes? Do you know what direction you want to go?
Yes, I definitely am. I'm looking at having one of a bowl for a centerpiece. I think it's a very sentimental keepsake, especially because I'm having a daughter. So it'd be very special for me to give this to her one day, knowing that it was created on the size of my belly when I was pregnant with her.
On national television. We just added another layer to that story. So we're gonna let you finish your work here. But you've been a sterling model so far. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Emma, this is just absolute gold. Absolutely love it. But we'll return to see the next phase of the process, but you can carry on shaping that beautiful belly.
Thank you.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Baby Talk. You're live with Espresso, and we're having a lot of fun here with Emma, the creator behind Belly Bowl, and of course Melody, who is expecting a beautiful baby girl. So our plaster Paris is now dried.
Yes.
How long traditionally does it take to get fully dry so you can take it off?
It's about 15 minutes. It's
Oh,
it's a
man.
really quick, easy process. Not very painful for the mom.
And now the belly is going to be immortalized. You can take it off, and
Okay.
we can have a seat. Just be super careful. And there we have it.
There we go.
Yay!
And there it is.
Melody, you feeling okay? You
Yes,
cool?
yes, I'm still feeling good.
Other people, you're getting used to people like, oh, you're right, you're right. They make them tough. So, Shab, if you want to have a seat
Yes,
now.
sure.
So what happens from here, Emma? How do you then take it from that to become one of these amazing works of art?
So I take the plaster Paris mold back to my studio, and I roll a slab of clay and I put that over the mold. I shape it, I smooth it, I put in the design. It goes through 2 firings, glaze. So yeah, it's quite a long process, and it genuinely takes about a week and a half, 2 weeks, all in all.
But you want it to be something like that. Do it justice, because it's you really are creating. You want it to be functional, but it's a work of art that you want there. At your child's 21st, they must be eating chips out of this bowl.
And I do keep the mold. So if anything was to happen to your bowl, I will keep it. So you can always you don't have to worry
You're
too
gonna have
much
this massive
about
room
broken.
with all of these bellies, all the bellies you've known.
Well, they stack very nicely.
So I understand, obviously, you guys had the opportunity a while ago to connect, to do the first draft of, and you've brought a little something
Yes, so
for
Melody,
Melody.
she came to my studio, we did the cast, and I've made her bowl, and this one is here for you.
It's beautiful.
It's really
There we go.
Thank you so much.
no, it's my
Emma. This
pleasure.
means so much to us. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
You say it means a lot to you. That's just... It's so awesome. I don't know, you're obviously a parent already, so you know what that feeling is like. But how cool is it to be able to mark this moment so that you can go back? How do you think you're going to feel years from now looking back and seeing this?
I think like you mentioned earlier, you sort of forget how you felt and you miss the belly. So looking back at this would just create that moment, create that feeling inside, when you felt and how you felt when you were pregnant. So it's really very special to us.
It's such a cool concept. How can families who are maybe wanting to gift this, because it's a really cool gift idea, I think, as well, how can people find out where you are, what you're doing, what designs, how can they be inspired?
Well, we're on social media, Facebook page, Belly Bowl, Instagram, belly_bowl. My website is www.bellybowl.co.za. And it's not only limited to people in Cape Town. I also I can send a DIY box anywhere in the country where Dad can cast the plaster mold, and then it gets sent back to my studio in Cape Town, and I make the final bowl and then send it back.
You've got a really fantastic concept, but I think there is another component or a dimension of love and care that I think makes this whole thing actually click and work.
Thank you so much.
And you're just an incredibly gifted artist as well, which I think is going to be a massive, massive part of that process. Melody and little Bubba, whatever your gorgeous name's going to be, have an amazing life, have an amazing
so
final stage of the pregnancy, and all the best of luck for the birth.
Thank you so much.
We'll have all of those details on our website as well, how you can create your own belly bowl using Emma's unbelievable new approach.